The small city of Uvalde and the nation mourn the loss of young lives. Take a look at the memorial that is growing outside Robb Elementary School for the 19 children and 2 teachers killed.
Overnight, a prayer service was also held in Uvalde to honor those members of their community lost in such a senseless manner.
The president is heading to Texas soon, calling on Congress to act on guns. But Capitol Hill appears to be deadlocked again despite broad and growing public support for common sense gun control. Amy starts us off in Uvalde. Good morning, Amy.
Yeah, good morning, George. Heartbreaking scenes all over Uvalde, like the one behind me. We've watched this makeshift memorial grow throughout the day with balloons and candles and flowers. But now, yes, it has those 21 crosses for the students and teachers murdered here at Robb Elementary School. And this morning, we are learning disturbing new details about just how long the killer was in Robb Elementary before he was finally killed. This morning, urgent calls to end the deadly and senseless acts of violence erupting in our nation's schools.
It is intolerable and it is unacceptable for us to have in the state anybody who would kill little kids in our schools.
This as new details emerge about the timeline of terror that unfolded at Robb Elementary School Tuesday morning, killing 19 children and 2 adults. Authorities now say the gunman was in the school for about 40 minutes before he was killed. Authorities say it all began around 11 a.m. Central Time when the 18-year-old suspect shot his grandmother in the face, then took off in a car, even though he didn't have a license. Officials say he drove just over 2 miles before crashing about a block and a half from the school. Then, dressed in tactical gear, he ran toward the school with a backpack and a rifle, and at 11:32 was confronted by a school resource officer outside.
Gunfire was not exchanged, but the subject was able to make it into the school.
Law enforcement officials say they are reviewing this video, which appears to show the suspect entering the school as part of their investigation.
The gunman then entered a back door and went down 2 short hallways and then into a classroom on the left-hand side. The gun room entered into that classroom, and the classroom was connected internally to another classroom.
Authorities say a multi-agency tactical team breached that 4th grade classroom door. A Border Patrol SWAT team member killing the suspect about 40 minutes to an hour after he first entered the school.
His actions were absolutely courageous.
Our officers, when they engaged, they were doing everything they could. There are broken windows where agents were trying, and officers and law enforcement personnel were trying to evacuate some of the children. Our agents acted swiftly and very heroically.
U.S. Border Patrol Chief Raul Ortiz had 4 agents at the scene who engaged and stopped the shooter.
They put together a plan of action. They knew that there was somebody inside the school in one of the classrooms, and they took action.
First responder fireman Ernest Chip King painting a gut-wrenching portrait of panic at the scene.
There was families trying to get in here. They were getting in here. They were getting into the school. There was fathers breaking out windows, pulling kids out the windows.
And this morning, the tales of heroism and the teachers who protected their students at all costs.
If it weren't for them, along with the law enforcement came, that were willing to cradle their kids, get them out of the classroom when it was safe, when they were guided, and the trust our kids had in their teachers, that says volumes for our staff here in Uvalde. They are heroes.
And you know, I just can't get that image out of my head, those parents. They were really unsung heroes here, just running towards the gunshots, smashing windows, physically going inside and pulling their children out of those classrooms. It's so gut-wrenching to imagine that panic and that fear, but also that heroism at the same time, Robin.
Oh, it's so chilling. Amy, thank you for bringing us that. Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.